So you are looking to cop some new drip. New year, new drip. And you don't even know where to start. Well, look, my ninja, I've been there. Your boy Sky Money gotcha. Welcome to Utrecht. This place is freaking crazy. Like, look, they got a Five Guys pimp. A Five Guys. What that say? What that say? Five Guys. I know where I'm eating the next like 2 months. They got a Five Guys animal. I need to move over here. Okay, I'm about to put the camera away. I'll be right back. All right, we have made it through the mall. And to be real, yeah, Utrecht is like really nice, like for real. I mean, it ain't no Harlem, but yeah, it's pretty nice. And now, while we're in Utrecht doing what thugs do, I noticed that a lot of you guys are like in the market to actually like buy new cameras. I mean, and plus also, you guys also just tell me that you're looking for a new camera. So your boy Sky Money got your back, and I'm gonna give you guys 3 tips to look for when buying a camera. And yes, you are correct. I do have on one glove, Michael Jackson, moonwalking it, man in the mirror, cause that's how thugs get down. And because this is my hand that I hold the camera with, and I can always put my other hand in my pocket. But yeah, I know a bunch of you guys are looking to buy new gear, specifically new cameras. Oh no, look, that's a dead duck right there. Oh man, that's kind of sad. Not for nothing though, I had duck before, it's delicious. All right, now tip number 1 is know what you're gonna use your camera for. This one is a big one because depending on what you're using your camera for, can like literally be like life and death. Perfect example would be my secret channel, the one that makes all the monies. I do not use the Sony A7sIII IV, I use the DJI Pocket 2. That is the camera that I use 80% of the time on that channel. Like literally, the DJI Pocket 2 is ride or die for that channel. And then as a backup, I also use the DJI Pocket 1, and then as a backup, I will use the GoPro Hero 10. But for the most part, the DJI Pocket 2 is the go-to for that channel. So make sure you figure out what you are using your camera for. Is it gonna be walking and talking videos? Then you might want the DJI Pocket 2 or a GoPro Hero 10 or even the Dji Action 2. Are you gonna be sitting down in your bedroom doing review videos? If so, you might wanna go with something just a little bit more pricey like a Sony ZV-1 or Sony ZV-E10 or a Canon M50. Like those cameras are great for like beginning YouTubers. And now if you're going for something more along the lines of like just family-friendly use, you can just go with the Insta360 Go 2. It's definitely a family-friendly kind of camera. And it is a bit cheaper than a GoPro Hero 10 and waterproof. If you're gonna be out and about a lot and it rains a lot, you might wanna go with something like a GoPro or a Dji Action 2 or just a regular Dji Action camera. Definitely something that is waterproof. So tip number 1 is make sure you know what you're using your camera for. And pimping, I promise you are going in the right direction. Man, it is cold. All right, let's get into tip number 2. Man, these steps, man. And now tip number 2 is something that I've actually brought up in a previous video, and that is the post-production process. You have to make sure that you pay attention to like the post-production, like pimp. It is like really important. Make sure you look at the camera's post-production process. And now what's crazy is that about 2 years or so ago, I wouldn't have never thought about this, but yeah, now we kind of have to consider it, especially if you're looking for something like long-term, you have to consider the post-production process of the camera that you're buying. Like, it sucks, but yeah, you just got to. And now, if you own like a 360 camera, that's a bit different. Everyone kind of knows and expects the workflow of a 360 camera, but a little bit over 2 years now. Yeah, a little bit over 2 years. Insta360 actually came out with an action camera called the Insta360 1R, and they introduced, trying to kill everybody, the Insta360 1-inch mod. And now this was a game changer for like the small cameras. Like, it was just unheard of, right? Until you actually use the camera and then you use it to the max. And not even to the max, if you just shoot in 4K. The post-production process is horrendous. Like, pimping it, I am not lying about this. It is ridiculous. And ever since then, you have to start paying attention to the post-production process of these cameras. Like, you just cannot go in expecting like the cameras to work, because also the Canon R5 came out shooting in regular 4K, 24 frames a second. The file sizes were extremely large. And as soon as you put in your editing software, it just shuts down the computer, like for real. So you have to pay attention to the post-production process. So that is why tip number 2 is post-production process, because nowadays it is something that you have to pay attention to when buying a new camera. Like, even when it comes to the iPhone nowadays, you kind of got to pay attention to the post-production process, because the iPhones now allow you to shoot in ProRes, and these files are so big. I'ma be real, I got one of the newest MacBook Pros and it's not having it. Like, no, it takes forever. And now again, like I said, 360 cameras, it's kind of a known that you kind of have to do a little bit extra before you can edit the footage. But I feel like it shouldn't really be that way with regular cameras. I feel like once you press record and you are done recording, you're ready to pull that footage, you should be able to pull that footage and get to work with it. Not pull the footage and then wait another 40 minutes, or in the Insta360 1R's case, 7 hours? Like, come on, man. Like, nobody ain't got time for that. So the R1, for example, great camera. Like, it's freaking amazing. But it like crashes the software. You gotta restart the computer. The file sizes are huge. And the Sony A7S III they look almost identical. I mean, to me, there's not that much of a difference between these two cameras, but I never had that problem with the Sony A7S III. And again, with the Canon R5, I did shooting at 4K, 24 frames a second. Not even 8K, just 4K, 24 frames a second, shuts down the computer. Pimp, oh snap, Pimp, look at this. Come on, come on. That was cool. All right, so but moving on to tip number 3. Ooh, man, it is cold. And now tip number 3 is just ease of use. Get a camera that is easy for you to use. Like, know your level. Know if you cannot handle like setting white balance, or if you don't know what like 4K 120 FPS means, like that means you don't need that camera. Like, at the end of the day, just get something easy and simple to use. Like, I'm serious. Get something that can just get you started like ASAP. For any content creator, almost any camera would do, to be real. I mean, except for maybe that Insta360 1R 1-inch mod. Like, that'll probably make somebody quit. But everything else, I think you're good. My ninjas, get something easy to use, easy to just plug and play and go. Like, you just wanna get out there and just create. And to be honest, don't ever let a camera hold you back from doing like a camera. Like, no, don't ever let a camera hold you back. Like, even for me, like, I know there are a bunch of cameras that I talk about that I kind of don't like, but like, at the end of the day, all these cameras could do the job. And just starting with a beginning camera, just in general, is like a great idea. Just get something that's easy to use, easy to get you started, and go for it. And then from there, work your way up. I have noticed that a lot of these smaller, like pocket-sized cameras are the new thing that like a lot of people are hopping on. And I think it's mainly because they're just so simple and easy to use for the quality that you're getting out of them. But yeah, pimp, if you can't tell, I'm just trying to get you guys started as quickly as possible. Like, I know the new year's coming up and everything, but if you could watch this video and you got a camera that's good enough and you can start today, pimp, start today. Be the boss and just get this thing going, like ASAP. Oops, bumped into the bike. But yeah, seriously, I just get so many DMs and comments on like, what this I should get and what that I should get. And I'm just like, what do you got? Use what you got. But if you are looking for new drip, pimp, I got you. Follow these 3 tips and I promise you will be fine. Oh, look at this tree with these bananas on it. Oh, bananas! Oh snap. They got one here too. All right, Utrecht. I see you, Pimpin. I see you. All right, but that is it. That is all I got. Those are my 3 tips. If you have any more tips, leave them down below in the comments. Like, come on, light them comments up. Because for real, you might say something that might be like a eureka moment for somebody else. So share it in the comments down below. But other than that, pimp, that's it. Do what you normally do. Like, comment, subscribe, and I will see you guys in the next one. Your boy Sky Money is out this piece. I'm off to Five Guys. I mean, y'all want some? Y'all want some? You know what? I just realized that tomorrow is like Christmas. So happy holidays, guys. Like, seriously, enjoy it. Like, really enjoy it. You guys are always bosses in my book.